Oh, dude, that's a that's a cute bird out there, man. Oh, hello everybody. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Me, Mutahar. Now, today's video is all about the stupidity of Twitch TV's moderation team. Now, you know, Twitch TV is one of the biggest live streaming services right now for video gaming, believe it or not. And on Twitch TV, the moderation is a joke. You know, you go to the website, somebody commits, you know, a pretty big felony on there, 24-hour ban if they beg for it. Okay, and then sometimes you get people who sneeze wrong, and it's a 30-day ban, all right? You know, it's a site where the moderation team can absolutely make or break your career, you know? When you get banned on Twitch, it's not like, you know, it's something on YouTube or any of the social network. When you get banned on Twitch, bro, you're cut off for a while, you know, depending on how long your bans are. And it's why bans on Twitch to me are a little more sensitive. Bans on live streaming platforms in general are bans that I think should be taken the most seriously and should be looked at the most properly. Twitch doesn't care. Twitch has no reason to care. You think Twitch would care, but I guess they just don't. But Twitch decided, hey man, maybe it's time to make that Twitch safety committee. Now, before we begin, let me just tell you right now, I don't condone harassment or anything like that. Everyone on this list deserves the basic human respect, whether it is to be who they are, you know, openly and proudly. I don't care, and you know what? Neither should you, because honestly, a person should be judged on the action rather than, you know, their character-defining features, you know, as fruitless as they are in any case. So that being said, I just want to put that one out there, okay? Now, here's the Twitch Safety and Advisory Council. This was like about 4 days ago they introduced this, and I wanted to wait on this because a lot actually happened. And it's not fun when you look into these situations like an hour into their release because you miss out on some pretty hilarious shit. Keeping our community safe and healthy is the top priority for Twitch. Today we're excited to announce the formation of the Twitch Safety and Security Council. Now these people are the ones who are deciding to sort of combat things like toxicity on the website, develop, you know, better moderation supposedly, and protect the interests of marginalized groups and identify emerging trends that could impact the Twitch experience. Try typing poggers in the chat, kids, boys and girls. It ain't gonna be happening anytime soon. That might be considered a hate symbol someday. Now, it's got a bunch of people in this group that Twitch has apparently vetted real hard. You know, people who are, people like Alex, who's the deputy CEO at nonprofit the Diana Award. Okay, God bless. You got people with PhDs, you got people with doctorates, and you've also got, you know, one of the most controversial additions to this entire deal, who is actually Furiously Steph, okay? Now, if you don't know who Furiously Steph is, she's a full-time streamer since her debut playing competitive collegiate Heroes of the Storm in 2016. Boy, is that game even active anymore? I don't know. She was one of the first transgender streamers to ever be partnered on Twitch, and the first to bring the transgender pride flag emote to the platform. Her fight for inclusivity includes creating a competitive team composed entirely of marginalized gamers and vehemently opposing non-inclusive mechanics such as voice chat. Here's a lovely clip where gamers are apparently, most gamers at least, are white supremacists.
Well, no, I'm just not cool with white supremacy, y'all. It's really not that. I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists. Sorry. Just a fact of how I feel.
That fucking hurts to watch! Oh, God. How do you do that? Twitch, how do you let people like this on your moderation and safety staff? That is one of the dumbest opinions that I've ever heard. You know, she tried to correct herself towards the end there, right? You know, it's like, it's just fact, more like my opinion. And here's the thing, even if it's your opinion, it's a really shitty fucking opinion to have. Because, you know, to be a video game streaming service and have your staff at this point make dog shit takes, like, I think most of y'all gamers, fucking white supremacists. You know, I've been on Twitch for a while, and I guess there's a whole heck of a lot of white supremacists out there, you know, goddamn. Didn't know this was a breeding ground of hatred. Oh shit, wait, I played Fallout 4 a little earlier before making this video. Oh god, oh no, what power? What power? Is that the logic we're going with? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, are you really serious? I mean, you have got to be fucking memeing. This had to have been one giant meme. There's no way that you can stand and fight for marginalized individuals, which, by the way, get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get to that later on, but there's no way you can bring this, like, level of inclusivity when you literally already tossed white people, another, faction of individuals, out into the fucking wind. Inclusivity is about bringing everyone together, not about making sweeping statements like, well, most gamers are just fucking grand dragons of hate groups. I mean, come on, really. Now, I think the strongest message, I think the strongest clip that I found of this person who made an absolute dogshit take was about voice chat in video games. Like Twitch is sort of peddling it as themselves as a non-inclusive mechanic.
I said a lot of people with cis white male sounding voices are here telling me that voice chat isn't a problem, and that is a fact. Y'all have voices that aren't marginalized coming in and saying, just mute. It's not an issue. Everyone faces harassment. I've heard it all. You're just repeating my a year ago.
Do the fucking staff at Twitch even play video games? Okay, now here's the thing that, like, absolutely burns me a little bit. You got people who have no fucking say, no right to say in anything about competitive games, because you can tell by the actual statements they make the lack of actual competitive gaming, or I think gaming in general, that they do. Imagine playing a game like Rainbow Six Siege. I play that game all the time. It's a great fucking game. I like it. Granted, Ubisoft's been taking some bad roads down the line. We'll get to that in another video, but I play it actively. You know what you need for Rainbow Six Siege? Voice chat to make callouts. It's such a basic requirement of almost every game you play. CSGO, Valorant, Siege, Call of Duty, Battlefield, anything, you need voice chat. For one of your staff members to make such a stupid claim, and then you back it, makes you look like a fucking tool, Twitch. I mean, there's just no way that that's even defendable at all. Like, what about that statement is in any way fucking true? I think the problem is that most of the people who complain about this kind of stuff, I feel like have had almost no fucking real life experience. And I'll explain that in a second, okay? I understand you went online. And, to be honest, I'll admit it this much. When you're probably a girl on the internet and you sound really girly, there are fucking creepy guys on the platform. I agree. Dude, trust me, I see that shit for sure. I play with women. I understand the stuff that they can go through. But the reality of it is, welcome to the real fucking world. I'm sorry, there are assholes and pieces of shit on the internet, and you just came across some of them. That's why you go into your goddamn game options and just mute them. How hard is it to just mute someone? And honestly, if you were to play competitively anyways, you're probably stacked up and using third-party tools like Discord or TeamSpeak, where you have a group of people that aren't going to be doing this to you anyways. I get that you want to make callouts. I understand. And you know what? I get the frustration with it. I'm not disregarding it. I get that there's a side to this statement. But to make these sweeping generalizations like, ooh, it's not fair for marginalized gamers or people of other genders. Like, what do you mean by that? The whole concept for these people is that if you sound like a white cisgendered person, what do you mean, like this? Like a normal person, like a normal gamer or whatever? Like, is this the voice you're going for? What is this voice? Please describe it to me, and please tell me the apex normal voice to have for video gaming. Because in my personal experience, I think nowadays gaming is like just a little less toxic. Actually, far less toxic than what it was years ago. You want to see what gaming was like years ago? You want to see what, like, old Xbox 360 lobbies were that these fucking people could never survive in? Here, let me play them back for you.
Making fun of you dickhead. Fucking
making fun of yourself, you fucking idiot. You're looking like a loser right now. You test procedures in
fucking motherfucker. That's what the fuck you are. You
keep
look
using your racial.
Holden, I'm gonna bend your mother over my knee, shave her ass hair, roll it up in a blunt, and make you smoke it.
Fucking Halo 3 clips gets me every time, dude. Now, this is where, like, it gets a little bit more funnier, if also a bit more sad. Now, this is one of the actual Twitch ambassadors, allegedly. I'm not sure how true that statement is. Twitch ambassador, second place finisher in Twitch Rivals, Apex Legends, TwitchCon 2019, here to tell you that mandatory voice chat in competitive games gives marginalized communities a distinct advantage by forcing them to choose between silence or abuse. Ooh, heavy words there. Heavy words to take. And this is where it gets, god damn it, Too Mad, get out of Twitter. Too Mad 360. You're gonna tell me that you were second place You know, in Apex Legends, a competitive game, and you're that against voice chat? Huh. This is where, like, if you took the 3 seconds it takes to actually, Google the facts, you'll find out she came in around like 7th or 8th place. Justin Wang signal boosted it, and basically it came out within like 5 seconds of Google, and you pretty much lied. So she was using the 2nd place credential to make it seem like she was better than anybody. She had like some degree to stand up when it came to voice chat. I mean, granted, 7th and 8th place isn't bad either, but it's a fair discrepancy you didn't want to mention. And never wanting to own up to it, hilarious. Now, another actual gamer came out and tweeted back to her about being dyslexic. And this is something that, you know, voice chat can't fix. Text chat is basically, this is something that voice chat is actually there for people who are dyslexic. They can't read the text chat because their brain works differently. What was her reaction to when somebody asked her about, like, dyslexia? Well, let me just read it. This is a Twit archive because things tend to get deleted when they're fucking stupid. Nah, just bored. Also, I take offense to you saying people like me aren't marginalized enough to have an opinion on this, even though I'm dyslexic, just because I don't agree with you. What do you think the rational fucking response to that is, okay? Is it ignoring it? Is it responding like an adult? How about take your dyslexic ass the fuck out of my mentions? You can't make this shit up, dog! This shit's wild, dude! Come on! Now, I love how the bottom ones over here is like, imagine not only making fun of someone for having a disability, but using that disability to make fun of them. That's low. I agree. That's pretty fucking low. I love how you go to, whoa, reported for harassment. And, you know, isn't there a clause in like Twitch TV where if you harass somebody outside of Twitch, that could actually lead to a suspension on your account? Wink, wink. Just to go back and actually check, was this deleted? Oh, the account owner limits who can view their tweets. Twitter, you cave in real good, daddy, let me tell you. Now, of course, later on, you know, she did like come to her fucking senses and realize, oh wow, those were some really stupid fucking points. My take on voice chat is that it allows minorities to be abused easily. That's it. That's the whole thing. I don't want to remove it. I promise. You know, this is the thing about the internet that I just don't understand. You know, you're always going to have your assholes. You're always going to have people like that, you know, that sort of try and ruin the fun for people. But there's a fine line between like introducing tools like muting and blocking and then going overboard and trying to like absolutely decimate what are core fundamental features of online multiplayer gaming. But even beyond just that, it's funny to see Twitch take this high road and this hill to die on, because honestly, it comes to a situation where the people you're hiring are usually diversity hires. And to go off on basically like just a little tangent, when you pick people on this merit of diversity thinking that it's going to make your platform more safer, maybe you should pick creators that have the history with the platform, creators that are actually rational, creators that don't come up with bullshit takes like these, creators that have a level of professionalism. Because when you base your hires on this merit, you'll have a much better moderation system than going with these diversity hires of individuals that almost get off on this stupid power trip and almost have no sense of rationality when it comes to like moderating. Moderating a site like Twitch takes, you know, a bit of a level head, which some people on this list have a complete lack of. And you can definitely see going on forward that is probably going to lead Twitch down a much more shittier hole, because you already have an issue with proper moderation. I don't see it getting better with this new safety and moderation staff. And on a personal note, when you come across people like this that try to make society look worse than it is, I'll be real with you, I feel like people nowadays are just way more divided than they are in general, because you got people like this who sort of spread the idea that the world is this evil oyster and like, oh man, being white is a crime, boys. Let me tell you about marginalized groups in society, okay? In the real fucking world, there's two groups of people. There's people that have assets, money, and shit in life, and there's people who have nothing, okay? It's not about your race, it's not about your sex, it's not about all these bullshit factors anymore. It's about what you have versus what you don't. And that's just ultimately the grim reality. And that's kind of why I make videos, so people can escape that grim reality, even if it is for like 15, 20 minutes a day. With that being said though, Twitch.tv, you need to get your shit together. You need to get the right people on board, because these people are making it out that gamers are this evil, like fucked up group when it really isn't. And you're making your site look goddamn stupid in comparison to almost every other streaming platform that's out there. Bottom line, Twitch's safety group sucks. the people behind Switch's safety group, some of them I guess are okay, and overall the concept is okay, but you got some bad eggs on there that just don't know how to fucking do this stuff right, let me tell you. That being said though, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.